After graduating from middle school, Rentaro confessed his love to one of his classmates. Well, what could go wrong? The worst thing that she can say is no, right? Regrettably, he faced rejection. She then tells him that the mere thought of dating him made her wanna puke. Following this, his friend attempted to lift his spirits by asking Rentaro about his current streak of rejections. Tears welled in Rentaro's eyes as he revealed that it was his 100th rejection. Upon hearing this, his friend was both shocked and amazed, realizing the immense courage it took for Rentaro to persist after the first 99 rejections. He then asked Rentaro when did he first ask a girl out. Rentaro said he was 8 years old when it happened, surprising his friend. His friend then starts to wonder why Rentaro kept getting turned down because, to him, Rentaro was good-looking, smart, and athletic. Before he leaves, his friend told Rentaro to take care of himself and not give up, even if he kept getting turned down in high school. Afterward, Rentaro visits the shrine, earnestly praying to the gods for a girlfriend. Lucky for him, the god hear his wishes and then appear in front of him, telling him not to worry about it. He tells Rentaro that it is written in the stars that he will meet his soulmate in high school. The god then explained to Rentaro that when two soulmates meet, a sudden shock runs through their bodies and they instantly fall head over heels for each other. It will be love at first sight. However, it beats noting that women will know the very moment this happens, while men will only realize it gradually over time. The god then continue, soulmates are fated to meet at a specific point in their life and of course not everyone gets to have a soulmate, like me and you guys. After explain all of that to Rentaro, the god smiled and shared another good news. It is that Rentaro will meet a grand total of 100 soulmates in high school, giving him plenty of girls to choose from. Hearing this make Rentaro really happy, so happy that he threatens the god that if the information turned out to be false, he will burn down the shrine. 1 month has passed. Rentaro is now became a high school student. On his very first day, he accidentally collided with two girls named Karane and Hakari. There was an instant spark between them as they made eye contact, feeling an overwhelming rush of emotions that led to an immediate attraction. Rentaro instinctively offered his hand to help them up after the collision. However, Hakari, noticing Rentaro's kindness, pretended to have twisted her ankle and asked Rentaro for assistance to the nurse's office. Karane, on the other hand, also wanted to do the same thing, but because she's at Sundra, she tells Rentaro that it's not as if she twisted her ankle just to lean on him or anything. Later, on the way to the nurse's office, Karane and Hakari start arguing with each other about who is clinging to Rentaro the most. Observing their efforts to cling onto him, Rentaro's face turned red as he felt incredibly fortunate, thinking to himself right now he is the luckiest telephone pole in the universe. After that, they overhear two students talking about this school's love superstition. In this school, there is a field of pink clovers in the courtyard. If you find a 4-leaf clover there and ask someone out with it, they will definitely say yes 100%. Upon hearing this, Karane and Hakari wasted no time, sprinting toward the courtyard, leaving Rentaro behind. Hours later, Rentaro was surprised to find them still fervently searching for a 4-leaf clover. Suspecting it might be for him, Rentaro was touched. He then went to get them drinks to cheer them up. However, upon arriving, he found only Karane. Curious about Hakari's absence, Rentaro asked Karane where Hakari was. She tells him she had been there just a moment ago, speculating that perhaps Hakari had gone to the bathroom or somewhere else. Following that, Rentaro offered a drink to Karane, leaving her utterly puzzled as to why he was being so kind to her. Seeing that she is hesitate to take it, Rentaro tell her that he is figure that his action is being kinda gross right now since they only just met and all. Karane then feels sorry and take a drink from Rentaro's hand saying, he is being so gross that she is going to throw it all up, but she will drink it just so it doesn't go to waste. Rentaro then smile and tell her, it is getting late, she should go home now which is Karane agree but when she is about to leave, she turns around and thank him which make Rentaro realizes she is at Sundra. Once she leaves, Hakari approaches Rentaro and asks him why he's there. Rentaro explains he came to give her a drink, which sparks an idea in Hakari's mind. She sees it as a chance for an indirect kiss and requests Rentaro to drink half of it for her since she struggles to finish an entire can on her own. Rentaro then made his virgin move by reassuring her not to worry, since he has also bought a small-size drink for her. However, Hakari insisted she couldn't finish it and wanted Rentaro to drink some for her. With no other option, Rentaro complied before handing her the drink. Just as she was about to drink it, Hakari got nervous and accidentally dropped the drink, leaving her visibly upset. As tears fell, Rentaro reached out his hand to comfort her. Witnessing his kindness, Hakari couldn't suppress her emotions any longer. She then grabbed his hand and confessed her feelings to him, making Rentaro so happy. But before he can tell her his feeling to her, they suddenly hear a scream coming from Karane. Rentaro then look at her and wonder why she bought so many cans. It turns out that Karane wanted to pay Rentaro back but couldn't figure out what he liked, so she bought one of everything. Karane is so angry at Hakari for making a move behind her back. As they both argue, Karane accidentally reveals that she is also in love with Rentaro. Having nothing to hide anymore, they both come forward and ask Rentaro to pick one between them. Rentaro, on the other hand, can't make a decision at all since they are both so attractive, so he asked them to wait until tomorrow for his response. At night, he visits the shrine and seeks help from the god. However, the god informs Rentaro that it's impossible to choose one among them as they all are his soulmates. Usually, any given person has only one soulmate. Intrigued, Rentaro asks why he has so many. The god then starts to feel nervous and confesses that it was his mistake as he accidentally wrote 100 instead of 1 when he working while watching TV. Rentaro started to cry, questioning what he had done to deserve such a life. He wished he had just one soulmate, believing it would have made him content without all these worries. To make matters worse, the god delivered another blow. Having a soulmate was a tremendous blessing but consumed an entire lifetime's worth of good luck. If one failed to be with their soulmate, only misfortune awaited them. The grim reality was that if Rentaro chose to be with one of them, the other would die. Hearing this overwhelming news, Rentaro collapsed to the ground, screaming in despair, unsure of what to do next. The next day, Rentaro kept his promise and met them. When they noticed his torn clothes, the girls grew concerned, but he reassured them not to worry. After observing them for a while, Rentaro gathered his courage and confessed that he wanted both of them to be his girlfriends. Hearing this made Karane really angry, asking him, is he out of his mind? Rentaro acknowledged how crazy it sounded but explained that because he loved them both deeply, he couldn't choose. As the girls began to hesitate, Rentaro then uses his final move. He take out 2 of the 4-leaf clovers and give it to them. It turns out the reason his clothes got tattered is because he stays up all night trying to find it. Knowing that he put so much effort for them, Hakari then walk toward him and tell him, if it is between this and rejection, then being 2-timed is but a trifling issue, so she hopes he is taking good care of her. As soon as she finishes talking, Karane comes running and then hug Rentaro, saying he better treat her right, or face the consequences. Damn, I wish I was him.